Welcome back to another episode of our backtesting journey for the index futures markets for 2022. So we're going to get right into this session. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to get right into this session, largely because I don't want to sort of labour these and let them continue longer. But anyway, the last session, where do we get up to? Took a very, very small win. We called the directional bias correct. However, we noted the high resistance liquidity run, which ultimately took us out for a break even, and then the market displaced to our objective. So here we go again. So we're just going to clean up the charts. Let's just go to the 4 hour for the time being. Clean up the charts and that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that. Oops. That could have been painful. This. Okay, so we're going to cut right to the chase. We're going to start on the daily. I'm going to get straight into the analysis. Oh god, come on. And what I'm going to do is try and really zone in when it comes to the entry element, to ensure that I don't, skip past the candle. So we're going to drop down to the hourly, whether it's on the 15, whether it's on the 5. Use the 1 minute time frame, so at least if it does jump ahead a couple of candles, it's not going to be too devastating, which will ultimately affect an entry. So let me see, what's that low? 353.25 low. Okay, cool. Right, so let's get into this then. Let's see where we're at. What we're going to do first and foremost is, let me just drop back down to the hourly. We are going to fast forward to Wednesday. Although maybe hold on. Maybe I'm a little bit too eager in doing so. Bear with. Let's just put this previous day's high back in, because now I'm not necessarily anticipating anything here. However, just before we continue on to the following day, let's just see. I mean, ideally I'd like to see either ES or NQ purge their previous day's high as opposed to just YM, but YM is fine. Let me just continue this on. Oh god, a second, and let's just see if we get a potential reversal heading into see what I mean? Do you see what I mean with that? So annoying. So annoying. Right, let's just drop down to 1 minute. Let's press play on that. this might be slow. You know what? I'm sorry. Let's go to the 5. Can't be doing. Okay, but it's continuing high, which is good. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, the fans, they're off. They're off. The reason why I stopped it here is because... Okay, all may not have been... let me just pop out to the 4 hour. So as we can see, we're in a... let's have a look. Daily inversion fair value gap. Oh, and then a 4 hour. Okay. So let's just push that there. I want to copy that. Could have been that one. Just make sure. Yeah. Okay. And YM is doing its thing. We could still see higher prices by all means, but so we've got that inside of the inversion fair value gap, and we've traded above the previous day's high. Bear with me. Okay. So let's just clean these up. Actually, let's go back out to here. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Right, so engaged, not massively, but nonetheless. Engaged sell stops above previous day's high. Failed to, but purged. Dropping down to the 15. Okay, just want to put in this premium PD. Okay, put that there. this one. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, didn't want to do that. I was meant to change it to the one. What an idiot. Okay. Right, okay. Sorry, I know I'm a bit quiet, but I'm just making sure. That's interesting. Okay, let's do that. Bear with me. Right, okay, anyway. And then we've got a small displacement in there as well. Not so worried about this pair, but I'm just going to mark it nonetheless. So we want to see if we come back into that. Right, so I'll leave it on the 5 minute. Oh, let's do that. Oh, I want to engage. Right, so this could it's a bit high. I need to go up to the 4 hour before we sort of it's not necessarily a low, that's why I'm just going to mark it in, but I might use the hourly to determine what this low is. Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. So we could ultimately we could end up being incorrect here, but I'm going to follow our model jeez. Let's have a look. Just want to check the hourly a second. Yeah, yeah, okay, that's fine. Open 4506. Okay. Percent. No, hold on. Oh dear, what am I doing? Let's just go to here. Actually, let's just take it to there for now. I highly doubt it will get that far, but you never know. 199 ticks, it's certainly not going to get that far. Salt market. Yeah, what does that do? Alright. That's pretty cool. Didn't notice that. Anyway, so let's save and journal. And just move on to the other screen just so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe it's sorted out the take picture. Hey, it's done it. Okay. Previous day's high has been purged. Yeah, we got that. We got that. We got that. Okay, so let me just put some notes. Okay, so the market has traded higher above the true week open and true day open. I have noted the SMT at the highs with NQ. With NQ, the market has initially the market has also traded up into an overlap of the CB daily and version fair value gap H4, supporting the idea of possible lower prices. So we will see. Save that. Okay. We shall see. So 5 minute, 1 minute. What will we look for? Do we need to be aggressive with? We'll see. This could continue and shoot higher, so let's, later in the day. Let's see. I've got a feeling it's going to go higher, but we'll see. You never know. Might get that rejection. Okay. Okay. God, what's this thing? Okay, so ideally want to see this trade below this swing low. NQ has. I'm just going to zoom out on NQ because I just want to see, because we do have. Let's get rid of that. should actually get rid of it on. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, let's go. Let's copy that. Let's get rid of this guy down here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Paste that. So this is a potential inflection point. So I'm monitoring NQ. I'm monitoring NQ. If NQ touches into here, below this low, into here, that will be one of the catalysts to reduce the stops. Now we have an order block in here, so in theory, the high of this order block should not be penetrated, should not be violated, should I say. So if we are going to see lower prices, then technically that should hold. Okay. So let's go. Seeing some high prices. Want to see that order block hold. NQ getting closer to that key level that we are monitoring. Really, this doesn't look like it wants to go lower. I'm not going to lie, I'm looking at YM. Not liking this. Yeah, I think this is going higher to purge the highs. Yeah, now we've got the follow through. So that's a shame. Right, let's just see where we're at. Yeah, so not looking great. This is likely to continue. A bit of rejection there, but not looking great. Really did think that we might trade into there. Okay, let's continue. I think NQ is looking rather bullish. We need to see this fair value gap be violated if we're going to trade lower. Oh god, this thing wanted to reduce my... I'm going to reduce my stops to this high. There's no need to take full risk. 45.13. Let's just move this to... there you go. Yeah, I don't want to just take full risk for no reason. If this is going to follow through, it will. If it's not, it will go out and take me out. Okay. Right, I want to go to break even. And technically speaking, I should come here. But we are at 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, if we're at 1,000, let's move there. Right, because NQ has traded to there, let me just have a quick drink. Okay, so now I am conscious because NQ has traded into this BISI. Now, if we're going to see support, it's going to occur from this level. That's why I've taken it into break even. If I had strong conviction that we're going to trade to and through, now we can. I just want to, but because order flow, technically speaking, is bullish. Because order flow is bullish, the reality in terms of risk is it's not worth me keeping. What time are we at? It's not worth me keeping risk on the table when this is this inflection point. And let me just go to the H4. Just need to double check the H4. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, look at that displacement. It's highly unlikely, in my opinion, although order flow from where we're sort of rejecting from, we're in between these two. So I'm just gonna sort of operate on a low hanging fruit objective. If we can get anywhere down here, happy days. But if not, we just take the break even and preserve capital, right? That's the aim of the game. So let's see. I'm watching NQ. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the high of this candle here, I'm just going to leave it there, and then we're going to let this thing pretty much run. I mean, to be honest, let's just leave it where it is. Why am I getting so pedantic about it all? So the question now is, if we go and have a quick look at NQ. Hang on, what is that massive level? Okay, sorry, now I've got my right. Okay, so is that the overlap? Yeah, it is the overlap. Okay, right, we're in tune. We're in tune. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm digressing slightly. I just wanted to sort of get in tune with. So if I'm looking at the H4, okay, fine. H1, okay. Let's get rid of that. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. Just want to try and keep this, relatively speaking, as clean as possible. Right, so back to where we were. And yes, we are running at 1,366. And guess what? We could end up with nothing. That is trading. But what we've got to do is stick to the model. 2R is the objective that we're looking to achieve, at least as a minimum, and then it can continue down to here. We can leave a runner if needs be, and then we go into a different protocol. Okay. Let's continue. just going to stop it there. Because I want to mark up a couple of things. We have this is the lowest closing candle here. Alright, we'll go with this one because it engulfs it. So we've got the bearish breaker. Now I don't typically mark breakers, but the reason why is we do have an overlap in here, and I don't want. I'm trying my hardest to not overload the charts, and really maybe I got a better idea. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's do it that way, because really the key is the low of the breaker, and then on NQ we can do that. I want the overlapping CB, which is here, and we want this as well. So what we can see is that the market displaced through. So we manipulated the highs, and the market has displaced through this swing low, right? So in theory, if order flow principles, utilizing order flow principles, should I say, we should see some form of rejection from here. We should. Now, everything above here is balanced to an extent. Everything up here is balanced to an extent. So in theory, we want to see a level of rejection on the market to continue lower. It may not occur. Keeping an eye on time as well, but that's what we want to look for. We've now moved to break even, so we are net risk free. So let's see what happens. What I'd like to see is an order block form, and then the market to trade away from the order block. That would be ideal. We can see on YM we've traded into the CB. So too on NQ. We just want to see a rejection, and we've seen that rejection away. So now, to me, we are at a stage now where I do need to be locking in some profits. Yeah, we can't. we can't. What are we running now? 1.6764. Uh, 1.64, 648. I'm just gonna check. I am tempted to. Where's 1R? Let's see where 1R is. Oh, bugger. Don't want to do that. This is a real tough one. Now, my normal trade protocol would be we leave this to 2R, which is I'll bloody hell, what am I doing? Come on. Which is there. Which is an area that I do like. Our obviously take profit is all the way down here, which I don't believe we're going all the way there. I like the fact that we've rebalanced this. In theory, moving SL to I'm just going to move it down slightly anyway. Let's just move it to there. Right. Do you know? No, we're going to stick with the 2R. We're going to stick to what our process is. Stick to the 2R. If it retraces back, it retraces back. We're sticking to our process. That's the approach. And if it comes back, it comes back. Hopefully, what I'm going to do is let me just drop to the M15 a second. Thinking of wick there. Go to the M5. I'm going to mark off this order block here. We know it's bearish. I need to emphasize that. Oh God, what am I doing? Okay, and really do want to see NQ reject. I mean, we have traded to the lows. Just want to just check the hourly. Are we seeing a rejection? We are kind of seeing a rejection there on NQ. Anyway, we're going to stick to our process. You know, this is the aim of trading, right? So let's go. So let's trade it back into the order block. I'd like to see it reject that candle. No, okay, this definitely looks like it wants to go higher now. Ooh. So it's into the order block. Do we trade and close through? Not yet. NQ has. Right. If... There we go. Stops it. Oh, you kidding? This thing's killing me. It's killing me. We do potential SMT there at this on the 5 minute. Killed me because I was trying to say, yeah, if we trade below here, I would partial some off. Now the question would be, well, why don't you just partial some off now? Well, you know, I'm going to continue with the lower prices. And in fact, what time are we? Coming to 3 o'clock. So I'm going to bring this up to there. Okay. And let's continue. We're stop losses up here. If it goes all the way up there, it could do in the last hour because we could see the market. What is it? The market on close. Market on close macro that could occur. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see. Like those relative. Oh, okay. We're certainly going higher. Well, isn't that a shame? Look at that. So as soon as we got to 3 o'clock, there you go. We saw the macro kick in. So many of you will say, but why didn't you just add a screenshot? Why didn't you take profit? Right, let me just update this and I'll answer that question. So the trade was going to plan with the market trading lower towards target. However, at 3 o'clock, the market reversed from the BCH1, eventually taking me out for minimal profit. However, followed my trading, my trade management protocol. Therefore, happy with the trade. Okay, so to answer that question, well, the reason being is that to what I wrote, if you have a trade management protocol, then it's important that you follow it. My trade management protocol is once I'm at break even, then I let the trade run to 2R. At 2R, I can then partial, and then at 2R, I go into a price weighting protocol in terms of managing my stop loss down. So, yes, I could have made more profits than the $420 that I eventually got. But the reality is my edge is my edge, and I need to be true to that edge and trade in alignment with that process so that I'm not creating variables outside of my control. That's important. So therefore, as much as my tendency or want, if you will, to partial and so on and so forth, as you could see through my thought process, as much as I wanted to do that, I overruled that decision to say no, stick to my process. Why? Because in the long run, sticking to my process is going to be far more profitable for me than making knee-jerk or ad hoc decisions just because I'm looking at a P&L. That is super important, and it's something that you need to ensure that you bear in mind, because the moment you start to add an element of discretion or allow yourself to overrule your defined procedures that you have worked hard to create, you are then going to essentially put yourself to the mercy of your emotions and how you feel, and you're going to manage everything based on the P&L rather than your trading plan, and that in itself will dilute your edge, and the results could potentially change for the worse. So in my opinion, it's not something that you want to do. So I'm happy with that trade. Yep, $420. We were running at sort of like 2003. We were close to take profit, didn't quite get there. Once it rebalanced fair value gap, but my rules are my rules, stuck to them, happy with them. So there we are. So we got a 2-for-1 on the 8th of Feb. I'm not a fan of trading the PM session or trades running into the PM session because of this. You get to 3 o'clock, you get to that macro period that people like to talk about, macros and stuff like that. I'm not a massive believer of it, but nonetheless, the market reversed at 3 o'clock and continued higher. But also, where did it reverse? It reversed at the BISI, where, by and large, I had earmarked that this could be an area for higher prices, right? And lo and behold, it was, where the market has rejected and now will probably go and take out the highs. So certainly something to take away. Happy with the trade. Followed my model. You know, the two are could have been possible. Stop was obviously, high. It's one of those things whereby if I'm looking at the 15-minute order block, for instance, the high of the order block is there. You do that, look how the trade changes. So whereas I like to take the swing high, maybe something to look into is the high of the order block as opposed to the swing high. But again, my model is my model. I think the swing high is far more protected. In theory, if the order block's going to hold, the theory makes sense that then price will unlikely trade to the high of the order block, but it still can happen. But anyway, that is that. I think it was a really good session. We're chipping away profits. This, as we said, is going to be a testing week, so let's see how we navigate, sticking true to the model when it presents itself. There's a few things to take away around stop loss placement. I'm not particularly looking to change it, but it's something that I will note down as an observation, something to track moving forward through this series. So anyway, I hope you took something away from this, largely in part that we obviously had a recording for the first part of the session. I was going to skip through, but look at how we identified a high probability trade, executed as per the model, and unfortunately came away with $420 where it could have been significantly more had TP been hit. Fortunately it wasn't. That is sort of how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes sometimes, and we go again. So as far as I'm concerned, it was a successful session. I'm going to close it there. As I said, hopefully you've taken something away, something of value in terms of how we approached this session, and I will catch you guys in the next one.